What's up, Steelers Nation? Welcome back to the channel, where the black and gold bleeds deep and the grind never stops. This team is working hard behind the scenes, in the weight room, in film study, in free agency, and yes, in the war room, all to bring this franchise back to where it belongs, winning championships. Every move right now is about getting better, stronger, sharper. And today, we've got a big story that could reshape this team's quarterback room in a major way. But before we get into it, smash that like button to show your support for the grind and hit subscribe if you haven't already. We've got exclusive news and real-time reactions that you won't get anywhere else. Let's talk about Kirk Cousins. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. And let's talk about what the real plan is in Pittsburgh. Right now, the Pittsburgh Steelers are standing at a crossroads. There is no confirmed starting quarterback on this roster, and that, my friends, has opened up the floodgates of speculation. Every analyst, every fan, and every insider has one question. Who's going to be under center for Pittsburgh this season? The Aaron Rodgers rumors have dominated headlines for weeks. Sources say the Steelers made an offer and are now just waiting on Rodgers' decision. But with his answer still in limbo, and time ticking down before the NFL draft, the Steelers aren't just sitting around, they're exploring every option. And according to ESPN's Adam Schefter and Peter Schrager, one of those options just got a lot more real: veteran QB Kirk Cousins. Let's break this down. According to ESPN, the Atlanta Falcons, who just signed Cousins to a massive 4-year, $180 million deal, are already open to trading him. Why? Because they shocked everyone by drafting Michael Penix Jr. with the 8th overall pick last year. Cousins, as you'd expect, is not happy about that. He wants to start, he wants to lead, and he reportedly asked for a trade. Now here's where it gets spicy. The Falcons are asking any team interested in Cousins to pay $20 million of the $37.5 million. Left in guaranteed money on his deal. So far, no takers. But insiders believe two teams are open to working something out, and one of them is your Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's what Schrager wrote. There is a feeling around the league that a team, whether it is the Vikings or Steelers, might be willing to pay down roughly $10 million. That's the magic number, Steelers fans, $10 million. If the Falcons agree to eat the rest of the money, the Steelers might be ready to make a move. Why does this make sense? Let's talk strategy. If the Steelers land Cousins, they're getting a proven starter, a guy who's thrown for over 4,000 yards 6 times in his career, a veteran presence who can still sling it and command a locker room. And here's the key. It wouldn't require a massive investment in draft capital, because the Falcons want money more than picks. The more salary Pittsburgh agrees to take on, the fewer picks they have to give up. In a year where Pittsburgh already gave up their second-rounder to get DK Metcalf, that's a smart play. And while Cousins is 35, let's not forget, he was balling out last season before his Achilles injury. If healthy, he instantly makes the Steelers playoff contenders. Now, we can't talk about Cousins without circling back to Aaron Rodgers. He's still in play. But if he doesn't make a decision soon, the Steelers have to move. They can't let the entire offseason ride on a maybe. Rodgers is 41. Cousins is 35. Both are stopgaps. But Cousins might be the more realistic one to land, especially if Rodgers drags things out past the draft. And here's the thing. Bringing in a guy like Cousins doesn't stop the Steelers from drafting a quarterback in 2026. That year's class is loaded, and Pittsburgh is hosting the draft on their home turf. Everything's lining up for them to go all in on a future star next year, after setting the table with a veteran this season. Let's be honest here. The Steelers already tried to go young too quickly. Remember Kenny Pickett? He was supposed to be the guy, the heir to Big Ben. But he got thrown into the fire way too early after Mitch Trubisky struggled. Pickett never found his rhythm, never hit that second gear, and before the 2024 season even started, he was shipped off to the Eagles. It was a learning moment for the franchise. If you're going to develop a rookie quarterback, you need a strong veteran presence in place. You don't rush the process. That's where Cousins fits in perfectly. Now let's talk money, because this is the part that makes or breaks the deal. Cousins. Current deal is steep, but the Steelers aren't biting at $20 million. At $10 million, that's a whole different conversation. And Pittsburgh has some financial flexibility. They're managing extensions, sure, but they can get creative with structure and bonuses. They'll wait until the number is right. And if Atlanta lowers their demand, Pittsburgh could strike fast. Bottom line, if Cousins is serious about leaving and if the Falcons are serious about moving him, this could heat up very quickly, especially if Rodgers takes himself off the table. Quick update on the wide receiver room, because this does affect the QB situation. Despite some trade rumors from ESPN, GM Omar Khan shut that down during his pre-draft press conference. He made it clear, George Pickens isn't going anywhere. "We're glad we have George and DK here," Khan said. "Excited to have DK here, but no, Pickens' contract doesn't impact our draft plans. Pickens is entering the final year of his rookie deal, and while his long-term future in Pittsburgh is up in the air, the team seems committed to keeping him and Metcalf as a dynamic duo at least through 2025. That's big news for any veteran QB coming in. Whether it's Rodgers or Cousins, having weapons like DK and Pickens makes Pittsburgh a very attractive landing spot. The Steelers made it official this week. Jaylen Warren is back. After weeks of speculation, Warren signed his one-year tender on Tuesday afternoon, locking in his place on the 2025 roster. The deal was part of the second-round restricted free agent tender the Steelers placed on him back in March, worth $5,346 million against the salary cap. Now, what does that mean? Basically, by placing a second-round tender on Warren, the Steelers were telling the league, if you want him, you better be ready to pay both a big check and a second-round pick. No team stepped up to challenge that, and the April 18th deadline passed without any outside offers. So now, Warren remains in Pittsburgh for another season, and with Najee Harris officially gone, signing a one-year deal with the Chargers, this move becomes even more important. Let's talk about the ripple effect. With Najee now in LA, the backfield belongs to Jaylen Warren. That's the headline. And it's not just about carrying the ball more. It's about stepping up as the guy in this new-look offense. Think about it. Warren has gone from undrafted free agent in 2022 to potential starting running back of the Pittsburgh Steelers. In just 3 years, that's not just impressive. That's a classic Steelers success story. And honestly, he's earned it. Last season, Warren racked up 511 rushing yards and 1 touchdown on 120 carries, while also catching 38 passes for 310 yards. He's got burst, he's got vision, and most importantly, he's got that fight. He runs like he's still trying to prove something. Every down, every snap. Now this is where things get interesting, Steelers fans. With Warren at the top of the depth chart, the offense may look very different next season. He's not a bruising 3-down grinder like Najee. He's a modern back, explosive, versatile, dangerous in space. Pair that with the signing of Kenneth Gainwell, who joined the Steelers on his own one-year deal last month, and you can start to see the vision here. This backfield is being rebuilt for speed and flexibility. It's less ground and pound, more lightning in a bottle. Warren and Gainwell together give Pittsburgh 2 pass-catching backs who can line up all over the field, keep defenses guessing, and stretch plays horizontally. And word is, the Steelers aren't done yet. According to multiple reports, the team is expected to target another running back in the NFL draft this week. Whether that's a day 3 flyer or a mid-round sleeper, the Steelers clearly want a full stable of backs for 2025. That doesn't mean they're worried about Warren, quite the opposite. It means they're building a system that leans on depth and diversity in skill sets. You've got your lead guy in Warren, you've got your change-of-pace weapon in Gainwell, and now they'll likely add a rookie who can contribute on special teams and fill in when needed. It's smart, it's forward-thinking, and it's a reminder that the Steelers are learning from past mistakes, like overloading one back with 300-plus touches a year. This time, it's about balance. Let's take a second to really appreciate Jaylen Warren's journey. This guy came out of Oklahoma State in 2022, undrafted. No one gave him a chance. But the Steelers saw something. They brought him in, gave him a shot, and now he's one of the most exciting young backs in the AFC. You want to talk about work ethic, heart, grit? That's Jaylen Warren, and Steelers fans respect that. We've always loved the underdog story. From James Harrison to Willie Parker, this team has a history of turning overlooked talent into difference makers. Warren is just the latest chapter, and if he stays healthy and the offensive line holds up, he's going to be a serious problem for defenses this season. Of course, this all ties into the bigger picture. Right now, the Steelers' offense is in transition mode. We've talked about the quarterback situation, Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, and the draft. We've covered the addition of DK Metcalf and what that means for George Pickens. But the run game? That's the foundation. Whether it's Rodgers or someone else at quarterback, they need a reliable run game to take pressure off. Jaylen Warren brings that, along with big playability that opens up the field for everyone else. Add in the fact that Arthur Smith is the new offensive coordinator, and you can really start to see the plan forming. Smith has always loved versatile backs who can catch and run. Just look at what he did in Tennessee with Derrick Henry and in Atlanta with Cordarrelle Patterson and Bijan Robinson. Warren fits the mold. And with Smith calling the shots, you can expect the offense to finally have some identity again. So let me ask you, Steelers Nation, would you be in favor of bringing Kirk Cousins to Pittsburgh if the price drops to $10 million? Would you rather wait for Rodgers, or do you want a deal done now to give this team stability? And do you think the team is making the right move by holding on to Pickens for one more run with DK Metcalf? Let me know what you think in the comments. We want to hear from every corner of Steelers Nation. And if you're fired up for the draft and can't wait to see how this all shakes out, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a single update. We've got more exclusive news, draft breakdowns, and real-time reactions coming your way all week long. As always, thank you for rocking with us. And remember, here we go, Steelers, here we go.